Ranger back again with you to talk about how to put on our tack. We also will put some horses in our cross ties. You heard us earlier talking about the cross ties. This is an emergency release. It just takes 2 fingers, you pull it, and it snaps right off. So this is a way that we can have our horse stand still while we do our grooming and while we put our saddle on. We also have an emergency up here, so if the horse trips or falls, this plastic will break away and release the horse and keep the horse safe. All right, so Ranger has been groomed, particularly paying attention to his back where the saddle and the saddle pads go and where his girth area is right under here. So he has been groomed, he is ready to be tacked up. We start with our pad. We're going to move the lead rope up away from the withers. The withers are where the neck and the back meet. You'll hear me talk a lot about that in class and in lessons. So when we put our saddle on, that's a horse saying hello, that was cross. So we put it up a little bit higher than we want it to be because we're going to slide it back the way the horse's hair goes. So we use 2 pads. We could use a pad like this. This is an English pad and it's all cushioned. And you also sometimes we'll use a gel pad. This is one of our gel pads. We're going to use this today. And it basically keeps it comfortable for the horse. Also gives some cushion to the rider. So it's up a little high, so I'm just going to slide it back a little bit. We want to make sure that there's not pressure on the horse's shoulder. So here's his shoulder blade. The saddle's going to come here. So that's good placement. The other thing, we want to make sure that our saddle pad doesn't come back and tickle him in the flank area. So next is our saddle. When we put on our saddles and our pads, we usually do it all from the left side of the horse. So there's our girth. All right, so we're going to lift it up high and gently set it on the horse's back. And we're going to take the pad, both of them, and lift it up into the gullet of the saddle so that when we tighten it down, this doesn't push on the horse's withers. So we keep it nice and comfortable for the horse. There are some straps here that help the saddle pads stay in place when we're riding. Some of them are like this, where you actually put it over one of these straps, and some of them actually Velcro in. The girth, we actually attach it on the other side first, because we're going to be tightening from the left side. And we're going to go ahead and do the same thing with this pad. Slip it onto the first strap, and that'll keep this pad from sliding back or sliding forward, either way. This down here is to keep the girth from sliding. If you have a ring here that's to attach equipment to, we want that in the front. So that means this is the side that we'll put that to so that the ring is in the front. We're going to slip this up through this. And this keeps the bottom pad from sliding up or back. It's real important to make sure that your equipment is comfortable for your horse and your rider. But if it's uncomfortable to the horse, they can't really tell us. So we always want to be very careful when we're putting them, when we're grooming them, to see if they've had any scratches or hurts overnight, maybe in the pasture. So we're kind of looking to see that they're okay and that they feel okay. They can't really tell us if they don't, so we always want to try to be observant with our horses and see if there's anything that might be bothering them. So I'm going to start this up fairly high, and then we can tighten it if we need to from the other side. So I want to make sure that this girth is all the way in through that strap so that this pad can sit flat and flush to Ranger so that it's comfortable for him, just like that. I'm going to go back around to the near side, or the left side of the horse. Pretty much we do everything from the left side with horses, typically. And once again, I'm just going to slip the straps right up through this. We always use the first strap, and we don't go real tight in the beginning, so I'm just going to go to 2. We miss the middle strap. There's always 3 on the English saddles, and we do the 3rd strap. So 1st and 3rd are what we use when we're putting our saddle on. And once again, I'm not going to hoist it up real fast on him. We want to do it slowly. It's called cinching, so we're just going to cinch them slowly. We'll give them a minute there. I didn't do it real tight. I'll do it just a couple more. And then I will check the girth actually 3 times during lessons as well. So it's something that we constantly check and make sure is comfortable. So that last time I pulled it up, it made this crinkled. So I need to make sure that I get all the wrinkles out so it's still comfortable for the horse. All right, and I probably will check this a couple more times. All right, that is putting the saddle on and the saddle pads. I oftentimes will go back around and make sure that it's comfortable all the way around the horse. Now, Ranger has a special thing called a bitless bridle. A lot of horses will have a bridle that has a metal piece in there. But this is called a bitless bridle because there's no bit, there's no metal piece that's going to go in his mouth. So I'm going to go ahead and unattach my cross ties. So gently just pull that, comes right undone. Startle him a little bit. No. And I'm going to go ahead and pull this side right over here. So when you have a horse, you want to also always have something around them so that you can control them. So here's the bitless bridle. I hold it the way that it hangs on the horse. So that's a good way for me to see that everything is in line, that the brow band and the nose band are to the front. What I do is I take these, or where the reins come through, and I'm going to slip his nose right through there. I'm going to go ahead and unhook this, impede getting this on. So everything's up there. So this halter we keep on because we're going to be leading Ranger in class. So I just need to make sure that I pull that halter down so that I can hook his lead rope back on. It's really uncomfortable to a horse if you crumple the ears. So I'm going to have this up and put his ear straight forward and slide it on. And then I come to the side next to me, put his ear forward and slip it on. Then I'll get all that extra hair out. You want to make sure that the band is not rubbing on the horse's ear or on this bone. So it should, the brow band should slip right comfortably in that space. Then I want to check, make sure that the halter is not hitting his cheekbone on either side, and it's not. So it's below the cheekbone. And there is his bitless bridle. So this is Ranger and Sis signing off. Bye.